Welcome back, my adventurers and heroes, to another wonderful session. We take it as you are escaping from the broken and exploded battlefield that you abandoned, the sands bloodied with kobold and drake corpses. You hop into the train and you make your way back to the city, thankfully. Yet, you are plunged into sudden darkness as a cavern opens up beneath you. And as your train plummets down, you lose consciousness in the eternal murky darkness below you. You awake an uncertain time later to the sand blanketing you after your crash, being pushed away as you gasp for air and consciousness. You arise, and the elves of the party, their eyes, their pupils dilate, looking for the dark. And the angel of the party, his eyes begin to flare with embers as they search through the darkness. However, the human remains blind in this oppressive darkness. Proceed as you may.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, you can roll a perception check with disadvantage because you can only see in black and white, and everything's like you can only see 60 feet.
And that's 2.
Sadly, we have to take that 11.
I know.
So Declan, she rolled an 11 on her perception check.
You don't know much about your surroundings. You know that you managed to plummet somewhat safely. None of you seem to be harmed as you landed in a plush pile of sand. However,
the sand
you
is
cannot
our
see
cloud.
Josh. The entire party except for you, all of you four, is gone. It seems that they're gone, and for some reason you were ignored.
You weren't worthy?
Yeah, sure.
We
Worthy
were
is a word.
Can
I definitely
cast
call it
Sword
worthy
Burst?
for you guys. Yeah, I guess.
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah, at will.
I already know.
I don't
how to
see
do
why
it.
not. Why are you going to cast Sword Burst, buddy?
I just sort of
If you
want
kill
him.
us, I'll be very disappointed.
Oh wait, yeah, no,
I
everyone's
mean,
at low
I-
health. I'm at full health. Oh wait, never
Everyone's
mind.
at full health except for
I
me.
mean, that's not.
Everyone's at like high health. Yeah, never mind.
Everyone is at full health except for me because I healed all you, and
It's
then I
fine.
just.
It's
Oh
fine.
wait, I'm at full health. Heck yeah!
So-
I
Wait, can she heal us again?
I'm
Just in
at-
case?
I don't. Maybe we have another action.
Depends how many
I'm-
spell slots
You know what?
he has left.
I'm
after.
gonna roll perception
counted.
as well because I assume disadvantage because I have even less stuff than.
You have
Lauren
like
has.
crazy disadvantage because you cannot see anything around you.
So I
You
do
have to
it.
rely on like
Ooh.
touch and hearing and smell and
I
stuff.
do it 3 times then. Can I roll?
No, just
Can I roll
one disadvantage.
investigation?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so that's a +1.
You can try and investigate what the hell happened here.
Control C, enter. So I'm taking a 9, sadly, instead of the 20.
Can I do investigation as well? Ooh.
No, I got a 9. The 9's the lower one.
Oh. God damn it. Okay, never mind.
So you got a 9.
So-
You don't know what the hell's going on here. This is you are disoriented. You are still trying to collect your breath as you had plunged below the waves of sand. You are still trying to get your bearings. You should probably don't you have a torch or something?
I sold mine.
Let me check my inventory. Equipment.
Can I use fire control or something or no?
You could actually
You could.
use
You could
firebolt
start a
if you-
fire, then use fire control to have fire float around you. I have
All
torches,
right,
yeah.
well,
I have
yeah,
torches
I'm
in a
gonna do that.
tinderbox.
Ask a question.
Yeah. Go right
Is
ahead,
it-
Elanor.
Is it all darkness or is there like some light?
There is no light at all. It seems that whatever little light may have creeped from the crevice above has now faded as I'm just going to tell you, it seems that it's nighttime.
Okay.
Hey, so I have a tinderbox. Can I then light one of my torches, and then Zen can then also
I
take
just
some
use
of the
fire
fire.
control.
Well, you have to have fire to use
Yeah.
fire control on, right? So
That's what I'm kind of worried about.
So for
right?
me and
That's what
Zen,
You-
I make fire with my tinderbox and a torch, and Zen would take some of it with his fire control.
and I increase the fire.
Yeah,
You scramble around for your bag, which you find is still
on me.
heartily attached to you. Yeah, and you look through it, feeling around to see if you can clutch your tinderbox and your torches. You easily find them as they are connected by string. And you strike a match, finally able to see your own hand at least. And you bring it to a torch, letting it burn as you are now able to see 20 to 40 feet away from you.
Do people
All
with
of
dark
you-
vision, can we see further now that we have light?
No, you can still only see 60 feet of black and white. However, I'm going to say that you can see in color within the 20 and 40 feet, and you can see everything a lot clearer within that 20 and 40 feet.
All right.
If I'm near the fire,
Can
can I
I-
walk
Very
away?
pog.
Like, can I just try to get away from the light?
Why?
Do I
Sure.
have to roll for that? Do I have to roll for that?
No, you can just go away. You can just walk away.
Can I
Just
roll
me
for
with my hood and I walk away.
Wait, no, investigation.
As you begin to investigate, as you begin to wander away, do you take your full movement?
I slowly walk. I tippy toe.
Do you take your full movement of 30 feet as you walk away? Like, do you try to get as far away
No.
from the fire as possible? Elanor?
Not me.
Probably about halfway until it's like more dark than light.
You get about 15 feet away. You are still definitely within the range of, like, the light.
I turn my back.
Okay.
I need darkness.
Zen, what were you trying to do?
Can I roll for investigation?
Totally. With
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
if you're trying to investigate something within the torchlight, then not disadvantage. But if you're trying to
Oh.
investigate something, like, outward, then, yeah, you're going to have disadvantage.
You know what? How about we not do that? You know. So I'm just gonna not do anything.
Okay.
Wait. Did I use my fire control already or control fire? yet?
No, not yet.
No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna control flames. I don't think
Okay,
I have
you
to
cast-
roll.
Yeah,
Do I?
it's a cantrip. You can just do it.
Okay.
So you cast Control
So
Flames. What
D20?
are you going to do? Nope, it's
D-
a cantrip, and you're not trying to hit
Oh.
anyone, so yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna use fire control and kind of have like 2 little balls of fire near me over my shoulders.
Okay, you have 2 flaming balls of fire on each shoulder that I'm going to say will also probably, like, work as, like, torches, so they're also
Light.
going to have 20 to 40 feet of light, yeah.
Flashlight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
After that, the light gets dim and it tapers off.
So I have a plan now. I realize I have pythons, so I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna start placing like a python with a torch on it by the bus, and I'm gonna slowly walk. I'm gonna go the 24. I'm gonna go 30 feet, so to the edge of the light, and place another one, and that's my turn.
You
How many
begin.
torches do you have?
You bang a python into the side of the train and splinter the wood down the middle as you leave a torch there, and you begin to hammer the next one into the ground as you get further away. As you get further away, the ground is no longer plush sand; it begins to become clay, like that of a mesa.
Anyone have anything that's broken? Because it might be nice to fix it.
My
No.
back and my heart and soul.
That I cannot fix mental breakings, but if your bag's broken,
I mean, I'm already satisfying my
think-
soul with the darkness, so
can I?
I think I'm fine.
How far am I? How far am I from Elanor? Real quick.
You are like about, since you took your full movement and like started putting down torches, you're like, I guess 15 feet from Elanor.
Didn't Elanor also take the full movement though? So
She
wouldn't
took
I be
half
like,
of her movement.
all right? So Elanor, you're still in light, by the way.
My back is turned.
No, I've placed light
I
in
have-
front of you
Not
now.
anymore.
I've
There
placed
is
light in
light
front of
coming
you
at you
now.
from
Yeah.
both sides.
Oh yay!
So can I turn around, walk up to Elanor, cast Booming Blade, and then attack Elanor?
What the?
What?
Okay.
Can
I'm an
I?
innocent elf. I healed you.
I don't know why, but sure.
Yay! All right.
Hold on.
Dice
There's
rolls.
gotta be a reason. He's not like gonna do that out of no reason. He has a
I
reason.
think
So
he
I'm just
just
gonna
he's
wait.
being a spiteful little shit and doesn't want her to move away from the. He doesn't want her to move away from the light. So
That-
he's going to stab her.
Fine.
reason?
Fine. I'm going to instead unarmed strike Elanor in the head. So
Oh my
that's
god.
a hit DC
She's
of 3,
unconscious.
and it does 2 damage flat. All right? Is that everyone fine with that?
No.
But
Yeah.
why though? What? Why?
Because
Add that to the kill
being
count.
annoying.
What's the motivation?
I got a 23. So
Pain.
That's a critical. It does 4 damage.
Oh my
all right,
god.
take 4 damage, Eleanor. That's
Why?
what you get for
Why would you do this?
disobeying me or something. I don't know.
But she didn't. You didn't ask her to do shit. She was just doing whatever the fuck she wanted. You're just
For being
an
edgy.
asshole.
This is your punishment for being edgy, all right?
Because she's the
Wow.
one that's
Guiding
edgy in
bolt.
this party.
Guiding bolt. I'm getting a freaking.
I
Oh,
smacked you with
PvP,
my hand. Your response is to use magic.
To be fair,
Yeah.
you did like punch her
You
in the
stabbed
hardest
me in
way
the head.
possible.
You
To be
did
fair, I
think
got
of
a
killing
critical,
her.
yeah.
Great.
Okay,
Now
to
my
be fair.
thing is glitching out.
You
Great,
did punch
thanks.
her extremely hard.
Yeah, with a freaking 23.
Who's to say it
Okay,
wasn't like
guiding
a
bolt.
slap across the face?
A bitch slap across
That
the
makes
next
me even
atmosphere.
angrier.
Stop being angsty.
Yeah, this. You're angsty, bitch.
Yeah. You're the one that freaking like came up to me and just stabbed me out of nowhere. Thanks.
He just placed
Punch,
a torch, walk up to
technically.
her, and then slap. With no. He didn't even say anything. He just.
Yeah, exactly. Why
Done.
would I
Just
say
slap.
anything? 16, that makes it past my DC, yeah. I have a 13.
Okay, are you casting it at first or second level?
Second.
Oh,
That's
this
your
is gonna-
last second level
this is
slot,
gonna
to
be
be
fun.
fair.
Oh come
Oh,
on.
no.
This is
So
gonna
that's
No,
5d6.
First level.
Don't
sorry.
waste anything. We can't be wasting anything.
Remember
We
at
have
the
to-
start of the session when I said you can only beat the boss with teamwork? This is going to kill you guys.
I don't remember you saying that,
Yeah.
actually.
That's his
Um,
I think
Because
that
you
was
left.
his earlier.
Yeah, I wasn't there
He
when
gets
you said that,
payback.
Declan, so therefore ignorance is
'Cause
bliss,
you went to get Popeyes.
and I will kill her
5d6.
if she continues.
Don't you dare.
Okay, well then you guys are all gonna die probably.
Yes,
Oh,
I
no.
Lauren's
I mean,
like,
I
I
don't wanna
am.
die, but I kind of do want to be a stand user, so
So how much
Elanor,
damage do I
5d6.
take?
there's
Bart?
motivation to death.
Eleanor, 5d6.
Wait, is she
5d6,
casting
okay,
at
let's-
second level?
Yes.
Nice.
No, I said first. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, first. Okay, 4d6.
Oh, it's so much better.
Yeah, because I don't want to end up killing my whole entire team.
That is your
So-
last first level spell slot.
Oh come on!
You used all your spell.
Come on. Never mind.
I
looking for
have a
something else.
reaction right now, right, Declan?
You can't dodge if that's what you're saying.
I can cast shield though,
You
Oh,
can
come on,
actually.
I
which
don't like-
raises my DC by 5 or my AC by 5, making it miss.
Actually, is it a reaction?
It is
or
a
do you have to
reaction.
cast
It's one reaction which you
Do I
take when
have-
you are hit by an attack or targeted by the spell magic missile.
Is it possible I can just do a normal punch?
Is it hit by a melee attack?
Any attack. It's,
Okay.
Can I just randomly
Wait,
just
wait, wait.
punch back?
No. You already rolled for this. You can't take.
Oh,
There's no
come
take
on.
backsies. You invested in this. Both of you did this. You're both equally
You're
guilty
the one
here.
that started
Well,
it.
This
You
isn't
started. No. You two.
Declan.
Y'all
Declan,
wrong
if you
for
don't,
not doing teamwork.
Declan, if you don't let her take this back, she will die.
You're both going to die.
Well, no,
you're
'cause if I
all
cast
gonna die to the
shields-
boss.
She got a 16. I cast shield. My AC goes up to 18.
Is it an instant success?
Yeah, it doesn't say
still
roll.
using
It just
rage?
one
Okay,
reaction.
then yeah,
I
you can
cast
cast it if
shield.
you want,
I'm
just
out of
immediately.
packed slots, but all right, my AC is now 18. She misses.
Okay, a blinding, blaring light of retaliation glows in your cat-like eyes as you begin to well up with radiance, and as you like swing around to punch them with searing light, a magical barrier comes up and begins to absorb the magical radiance that's searing the shield.
Ooh.
Okay, so now
Hey,
I cast
Dungeon
Booming
Master.
Blade.
Oh, come on there.
Now
Oh
I
my
regret
God.
leaving you guys alone, because
Hey, Dungeon Master. I have a
I don't know
question.
how I'm gonna save you
Can someone
guys.
just come over here and stop
You're-
this, please?
No, I'm kidding. I won't cast.
You
I
did
won't
your-
cast Booming
You
Blade.
dug your grave.
No, I'm gonna flick Elanor and walk away. Be like,
They
see
dug
that?
your grave.
I'm the more powerful one, and I'm gonna walk away.
You did
Is
the
that how
little
you
squabble
assert
thing. It's
dominance?
over.
That's
And
my
you will not
dominance. That's
die
me
at this
asserting
time.
dominance.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm just looking back in the system. I'm like, wimp.
so what we should
Oh,
probably
thank God, it was a character moment. Phew.
do is find take a long rest so Eleanor and I can get our spell slots back.
Oh yeah,
and
long. I'll get a lot of
Yes,
abilities
thank
back for
you.
long
I
rest.
would
I get
like to
both
be
my
staying
arrows. I get my
away from
second
that guy if
wind. I get my
possible.
action surge.
people need to get back. We should probably do that. So what I'm
You
gonna
guys, you guys can definitely set up camp here in the wreckage
Alright.
of the train car.
I agree.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Ducklin,
Please
That's a
bring me
good
away
idea.
from this,
Do I still have
this
rage?
person, please.
I think you ran out of rages for today. I think you can only
Really?
get-
So we
Actually,
all
how
long
many
rest.
rages do you get?
We all
Yeah,
rest?
you can all long rest if you want.
Okay,
Yeah, I would like to
Take
be
the long
far away
rest.
from this
Alright,
dude.
I
if
rested.
possible.
Because I
I'm
was
If you-
going to use rage to slap.
It'll be hard. You'll have to take one level of exhaustion if you sleep just as is without setting up camp or anything.
Well,
Okay, so
okay, I
wanna
set up camp.
go over
Yeah.
to the play and kind of make a tent using mold earth, which is one of my cantrips, and I'm gonna go right in there.
Oh.
You can
Tough
definitely
She
do
makes
that.
us a cool.
Tough much?
I know,
Sorry,
right?
Yeah,
That's
That's a massive tough move, man. And then goes to sleep without making one for anyone else.
No, I make a
No.
one, kind of a big one,
Oh.
kind of.
Okay, so you make one giant like tent.
all
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then I go and sleep
Hopefully
in
there's
there.
enough space to
Everyone
stay
take a long
away.
rest.
Yeah, I
Everyone
joined.
fully heal.
Does
I sleep
everyone
there
sleep in the
too.
tent?
Yes. and
You all make
everything.
a long rest as Ziel and El
Elanor.
sleep on opposite sides of the tent
Thank you.
in with quiet annoyance at each other.
What a lovely beginning to this.
I'm just going.
Finally,
I'm sitting there going, "You're lucky. I kept
How
my
am I
cool."
lucky?
Ooh.
Oh, sure.
D&D
Ooh,
beef?
party
D&D
drama.
beef? Ooh.
Eleanor, you know how many
Sure.
attack buff spells I have that are cantrips?
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
It's
Anyways,
spooky.
so we wake up.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
do get
wake
two
up.
rages. So you get 2 rages.
Oh,
Anyways,
me?
that's not important right now. Yeah,
Okay.
you get 2 rages per long rest, I think. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
2 rages so we can get mad at each other again.
you guys wake up
Do
and,
that.
And as you awaken, you can hear the scuttering of feet coming along, and finally the sun has just barely shone small beads of light into your small cave, revealing that this is in fact a circular cavern with an entrance, a little tunnel that spreads out from it.
Oh, yeah. Kool-Aid Man.
Nice. Kool-Aid Man, pact of the. Actually, what would Kool-Aid Man be as a D&D
Ooh.
character?
That
If
is
you wanted to
going
make-
to be...
If you wanted to make the Kool-Aid Man a character, I guess you would be like a water genasi or
a water
something.
better. Yeah.
You'd
A
be a
water
water
bender.
genasi. Flavored.
No, no, Tina,
y-
that's the best
Oh, that's
anyway.
a 19. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Just explore, see what's around. Probably.
Before you
Okay.
do that, can I stealthily sneak out? Because I have a +7 on stealth checks.
Sure.
Because I feel like if one of us is seen, then the whole group is seen. Unless someone has a higher stealth. Who has the highest stealth bonus?
Right now, that would be you.
I have
My
to
stealth
see that.
bonus
That
is
would be
only
you.
2 right now.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll a 20 plus 7, which gives me 18. So I'm going to try to sneak out to see if I can see the scuttling creatures.
You peer out from the tent and see torchlight emerging from the tunnel. You see the candlelit forms of kobolds. You know they're kobolds. You fought kobolds yesterday. You fought kobolds. It's kobolds. Jesus Christ. You fought kobolds. You know they're kobolds. They emerge from the tunnel and begin to make their way into the small cavern where the train fell.
What language do they speak? Just I'm curious.
Roll history.
Nice.
15.
Wow.
That's lucky.
15. You know for certain that kobolds are draconic creatures, and as a result, they speak draconic.
They
Does
speak German.
anyone here know Dracona?
Nine.
I know Infernal.
I know
Nine.
Elvish,
That is-
and that's all.
A different thing.
I know
I
Common.
know, I'm
Actually,
just-
this is the first time that I don't know
Everyone knows
Thieves' Cant.
Common.
I-
All of you know Common. Common is
Really?
yes. Common is like the language.
the common language,
Common
we
is
might
common.
say.
I don't have any languages. What the
Yes,
hell?
you do.
I learned. No, I
oh, I
don't. It
speak
says-
Elvish. Hey, we can all speak and not let Zen know what we're saying.
Aha.
Zen only speaks Common. I'm
Am I
letting you
am
know.
I mute or something?
No, we hear you.
speak Common.
I gotta.
He's
I
talking
gotta
about his
use head.
languages.
I know, it's just
You
funny
don't
to say
speak
that.
Elvish.
So what's the action plan? Are we going to confront them or stay out of it?
I will confront them.
Or try to convince them that we are friend, not foe, and we should want to find Josh?
Hey,
If they can help us get the bus out of there.
Dungeon Master, can I start a combat?
You
No.
can certainly. I would suggest communing with your party first, but
Yeah.
if you want to,
All right,
I just imagine him
I
running
want to
over
attack
everybody.
the kobolds
No.
with my bow and
Just say
arrow.
what you want to do.
Anyone have any
No.
objections?
No,
No? Good.
Jax.
Yes, I do. I have animal friendship. Would a kobold count as an
No.
animal?
a kobold is not an animal. It is
I
sentient.
tried.
Hey, so Declan, can I roll initiative real quick? So
Wait, sorry.
Oh,
to start
no.
conflict.
Do they have an intelligence that's higher than 4?
Yes.
Okay, you can roll a dexterity. No, yeah, you can roll a initiative to see if you can shoot it first.
I got a
But
5.
everyone who doesn't want you to can roll initiative to
Well,
combat you.
I got a 5, so unless they all get nat 1s.
So
Oh,
anyone
that's
that would like to oppose him would have to roll
Initiative.
Let's do
above a
this.
5 to stop him from shooting the kobolds.
With
Let's
our
do
initiative
this.
bonus?
I'm helping you.
Yeah, with your
Lauren.
bonus.
We're doing this together.
9.
There we go. Yeah, she has a
Well,
a
yeah.
bonus of 5 that wasn't gonna.
Well,
So we're-
there we go.
Is
We're
it,
done.
Is it plus
So-
5 or?
Wait,
It's
wait,
fine.
hold on,
Okay,
hold on,
It's
it's
hold
done.
on.
taken care
No,
of.
she already rolled against me.
I don't care. I am rolling. Oh, it doesn't. count.
Why? It doesn't do
What the
anything.
You did all. You did
So-
capital D, so it didn't work.
We're all just
I know.
helping, just to drag
So
him.
Zen begins to, or not Zen, Ziel begins to pull back his bowstring, yet Nia jumps upon him, tackling him and his bow to the ground for now.
Like, that
Just
probably
subduing him
wasn't a-
slightly.
Smart move, because now they know where she is.
You don't make that much of a noise,
Like,
but
We're all
however, they
surrounded
are
by
drawing
I yell.
closer. They are drawing closer.
I yell.
No!
I'm yelling. Just making ah.
Once
come
again,
get
roll
us.
initiative.
Roll initiative. How are they gonna stop me from yelling?
Putting
makes
their
a yo
hand
mama
over your
joke.
mouth or whatever.
Well, I got a 12.
Let's go.
Anyone that would like to stop him.
Yes, let's do this.
Yes. I got 17. Let's go, baby.
23.
23.
23. Zeal begins to open his mouth to scream, but you quickly like grab a sock and stuff it in his mouth
Oh, the lovely
to
Taylor.
stop him
Hopefully
for
it's
the
not my
moment,
sock.
which Ziel is obviously objecting to.
Would I need
So-
to make a strength check?
The lovely taste of
Zeal
feet. Who
is-
knows
Quick,
who it
before
is?
he makes a yo mama joke.
Wait, so right now they're both like touching me, right?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So you could say
No,
they're with
It's
they're
not your
with-
turn right now. You've
Oh.
already tried to do 2 things.
24 health, please.
Run away from me. Run away from me. Just run away from me.
I'm trying.
You're all at full health. We just took a long rest.
Yes, but we're probably gonna get into an attack in the next few
Is
hours.
this
You
gonna be
can't
the
get
session
higher
where
than
we
full
have
health.
Yeah, unless you have temporary hit points.
Yeah.
But those are the only specific spells can do that.
Oh, please.
I should
don't.
get one of those spells.
I
That would
don't
be
want anyone to
smart.
die this session, please.
This is gonna be the session where you guys are gonna have to learn teamwork.
Yes, and probably one of us probably won't be joining the way he's screaming and not listen to any of us.
Oh, or
You guys don't learn teamwork. you
Only
will
one of
all
my
die,
party
'cause that's
is
the way that-
Zen. Only one of my party is Zen. I only have
Oh,
any
wait.
obligation to listen to specifically him.
Don't
The
do
way
it.
the boss is designed, you guys are gonna have
okay,
to
no,
work
do it
together.
new
anyway.
plan. New vote is we throw Zeal out of the tent to get their attention.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you guys decide. No, what? Screw it. Zeal seems pretty eager.
Let's
You
vote.
take the sock from his mouth, and
We just gang up on them.
you guys send Zeal forth as a scout. Zeal, do you want to approach them stealthily, or do you want to charge in guns
I
ablazing?
hate
Oh,
my
so you're letting
binder.
me attack them now.
Yeah, we changed our
Yeah,
mind.
because
100%.
you seem obligated now.
If
So
he's
how
attacking,
far
I'm
are they?
attacking too.
How many feet away are they?
This is a pretty small cavern. It's about, I'm gonna say you're like 90 degrees from that specific tunnel, so about 30 feet.
All right, Declan. So we can see because the sun's out, right?
You can see, but they're currently still in the tunnel. You can only see the torchlight.
Why are they walking
and
so
So,
slow?
silhouette of
Declan,
Kobold.
Declan, if I shoot an arrow, can I cast Druidcraft on that arrow to light it on fire?
Druidcraft
After
can't
it's
light
already
fire,
in
you
the
can only put it out.
You could certainly set it on fire beforehand, but probably not as.
Well,
it's
because
being fired.
Druidcraft is I can instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Oh, I
An
did read
arrow
that
sort of
wrong.
counts as a torch, I'd imagine.
Go
Yeah,
pew,
yeah.
pew, pew.
After, if it's like already like taken its final resting place, then you can set it on fire. Yes.
All
Like
right.
if it's already embedded in the wall.
I shoot an arrow just at the wall, just straight ahead, close to them.
Near the cave opening?
Yes.
Okay. You shoot it, you rear back your longbow string, and you let it loose as the arrow clinks through the clay and embeds itself in the wall. And with a snap of your fingers, you allow your druid craft to ignite the arrow. You hear the small squabbling and screeching of bird-like creatures as you hear them definitely recognize that you are there and that something's there.
Do you see how many there are now?
Can
I'm
we
being
see
very
some of
big
them
trouble
now?
now.
To any capacity.
They have not reached the mouth of the cave. They will be rushing at it though.
Why are they walking so slow?
Yeah, man.
They didn't know you guys were there, probably.
Declan,
Okay.
can I
You wanna
use
handle it?
a javelin? Can I use my javelin?
Yes. You
Can I also
pull out your
shoot?
javelin.
Can I also try to do the same thing Liam did? I'm gonna copy it.
Do you all want to prepare actions to use your ranged stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think
No.
I have to.
Okay,
Okay.
so you guys just get ready.
If Zeal attacks, I might as well attack. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna draw my bow and just have it ready. So, cause
Okay. So 1d6 plus 1.
All you have range. All I have is like a dagger. I'm just
You have,
running.
you have cantrips and stuff.
Yeah, you have ranged spells.
I got a 6. Wow.
I'm trying to
Okay,
load
my
that up right
turn.
now, but it's not loading.
You can
up
use
properly.
sacred flame. That's a cantrip. Doesn't cost you anything.
And does 1d8.
It's just it's 1d8
5.
radiant damage.
Oh, I thought that was a slot.
I got 25 when I
Okay,
shoot my
okay,
arrow.
that's-
Okay.
Wait, Declan.
Oh shoot.
Yep.
Am I supposed to roll 1d6 plus 1 or
Why would you roll
Am I
1d6
supposed to-
plus 1?
I don't know. It's what it says
Is
here
that-
for
You roll the
Oh,
DC
If that's for
first.
damage.
yeah, I should have
So
you know.
d20 plus 3 first.
I got
Okay.
20.
He
I
got
got
23.
Wow.
He got a natural
Holy
20.
crap.
Oh, is that a natural 20?
He got a
So
natural 20.
as two kobolds with torches emerge from the tunnel, one is roll damage. They're both definitely hit, obviously.
He rolled
Both?
damage
Wait,
first.
there's 2?
Two of
I
them.
got 25, then got.
Declan, he rolled damage first. Do you want him to just re-roll?
Oh, did you
Or
already roll
maybe-
damage?
He rolled damage,
Yeah,
then
by
realized he had to
accident.
roll to hit first.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
He got a 6.
I got
his damage
6.
was 6, so that's gonna be times 2 because of the that's going to be times 2 because of the natural 20. So
I got
that's
10.
12 and a 10.
Okay.
She's excited, man.
I hit something.
The arrow embeds itself in one of their chests as they slump against the wall and begin to drag down, still barely clinging on to life, very bloodied. And the other one is very much the same as a javelin impales them against the wall with a splurt of blood that covers the floor. If
Yes.
roll initiative.
Yeah, so they go, then I go, then Lauren. No, then Elanor, then Lauren, then you.
A rush of adrenaline fills the kobolds as they hop to their feet, hobbling up. These things are not regular kobolds. They seem to be kitted out in odd trinkets. These are kobold inventors. The two of them leap to their feet, and as they try to steady themselves, they reach into their pouches and pull out a small glass ball before flicking a match and lighting a fuse, and they throw it towards you. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
I can do that. That's good.
Wait, can I use fire control or control flame?
Yeah, could I use
it's
Druidcraft to
already-
put out the fuse?
Too
Yeah,
late. They're
'cause,
already
like-
attacking.
All right.
Wait, what? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got an 11
So
Oh,
roll a
for
dexterity
throw.
saving.
I got a 6. What the hell? So I get hit.
Nia, did you roll?
Got really bad rolls.
Mine's one higher. I was looking at the wrong character sheet, and so I put +1 instead, +2. I have a 12.
Two of you, Elanor and Ziel, are able to duck back under the earthen cover of the tent to shield yourselves from this glass ball that suddenly, when the fuse reaches its center, it begins to explode and shoot out glass shards. However, the other two of you are going to take 2d6 slashing damage from the shards exploding outward and slashing at your skin. Roll 2d6. That's 6 damage to
Another
both
one bites the
Zen
dust.
and Nia.
Oh no.
It explodes outward, and you can hear the small screams of a kobold racing its way back down the cave. That is the third kobold that was accompanying these two. It is now, I believe, Ziel's turn. Correct?
Yep. So where exactly is the closest one?
They're both equidistant at the mouth of the cave.
All right. That's not a distance with feet.
Oh, crap.
Where's the... How many
They-
feet?
30 feet.
30 feet. All
So
right.
your full movement.
So I use my full movement and go up to one. I then use my bonus action to cast Hex on... Actually, kobolds are squishy. Never mind. I'm just going to walk up to it and 2 up and fighting, 2 short swords.
Go for it.
Okay, I got 23 to hit. And then...
Okay, that'll do.
So 2d6 plus 4. And I got 11 damage to one of them.
Okay.
Hey,
Roll another attack for the second one.
no, that's both swords. I combined them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. So as you dash up to the kobolds, you do a sick-ass power slide and draw both short swords, lopping off both of their heads at the same time.
Oh, I got 2 kills from that. All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, they were both on like 2 and 1 health. You can hear the distant ringing of bells from down the tunnel.
All right.
Do you want to chase after the kobold?
Can I shoot an arrow at him? It's not my turn. So it's
Wait, hold
yeah.
on. I want. Let me just. I may have a spell that I can.
It is currently Eleanor's turn. Yeah, Eleanor's turn. She got 9.
The kobold definitely dropped its torch and is now racing down. You can't see it, Ziel.
It's Elanor. I'm
However,
just
there
saying
are-
it's not even my turn.
I'm just describing things as I wait.
Eleanor, go.
So they're running away.
They are running away down the tunnel, the dark tunnel that you have no idea what's down it.
They're running towards me, or they're running the
They're
opposite
running.
way?
They're running away.
Away.
They're running away from all of you.
For me, I'm probably just not going to really do anything. So
Okay, you pass your turn.
Lauren, it is your turn
Yes.
now.
Okay, 2 questions. One, how far are they? 90 feet or closer?
If you would like to run up to the tunnel and take a look, yeah, you can tell.
Okay, before I do that, would you consider the sand fine sand or coarse?
Probably fine.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a handful of that.
Okay, cool.
And then run up and see how far they are. Just like
Your dark vision kicks in, and you can just see at the very edge of your vision, about 60 feet away, you can see a kobold running away in fear.
I cast sleep on them, go like whoosh, and then they fall asleep.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Alright.
I got 14.
14 to hit.
Yeah, 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, my neck. Okay.
They're sleeping.
Oh, I thought you had to like roll damage and then it like takes away from their total HP.
So hold on, let me quickly.
What are you trying to
Which
cast?
spell?
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, no, that's right. Sorry. Sleep.
All right then.
Roll 5d8. 22.
22. That does it.
Whoa.
You you quickly grab a handful of sand, and just at the edge of your black and white vision, you make out the scaly body of a kobold. Thrusting forth a handful of sand, it flies through the air and flutters around the head of the kobold as it begins to daze off with the sands of sleep in its eyes. It donk, and it immediately falls face first onto the ground, straight asleep.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
the immediate danger is over for now.
for now.
So there's nothing to attack.
No. The
No.
the kobolds are either dead or unconscious.
Okay, can I kill them? Can I like
2 of them are dead, but 1 of them is unconscious. You would have to. They're quite a way down the way, so it would take 3 actions to get there. But we're out of
can I use
combat
my-
right now. We're gonna keep this initiative.
Oh,
However,
what?
however, we don't need to rely on initiative right now as we're out of combat.
Okay.
So proceed as you will.
So I can just walk up to the cave entrance then and start going in with the torch.
Yes, you can pick up
Alright.
one of the discarded torches.
Yeah,
on the
I
ground.
pick up one of my torches from earlier. Then I cast Druidcraft, light it back up because we love our cantrips. And then
And I use
I walk
control
through.
flame.
I walk through
And I
What
do the
is-
same thing.
into the
You
cave.
can see the outlined body of the rusty-hued scales of the kobold unconscious on the ground.
Oh no, I'm just
I
walking
beg your
into
pardon?
the cave. I'm walking through the cave now. I'm just
You can see him
walking
about
ahead.
30 feet ahead of you.
all right.
I'm gonna go into dog form and go past Liam.
So,
So
you
I'm
notice
just
a
gonna-
dog that just passes you as you guys head on down the cave, leaving Elle and Zen still at the
behind.
mouth of the cave.
Can I follow Zeal?
Yeah, you catch up
Okay.
immediately if you choose that.
Nice.
Actually,
Done.
you're just 5 feet behind him, as it is an extremely cramped cave, and you have to just kind of crouch down to kind of fit, as this was clearly made for kobolds.
Very too small for me. Very small
So he's
indeed.
crouching. That's pretty funny.
Elanor, do you want to follow after?
Yes,
I'm
but I'll
assuming
probably
you-
stay far behind. Yes. Yeah. I don't trust anyone right now from what happened.
Elanor is still being petty about the punch. We have a very petty party at this moment. You all
Just
continue
randomly came
on
up
your
to me.
adventure with a bit of breathing room, as is healthy with any party.
I definitely need breathing room.
You guys continue on down the cave. You roll a perception check. You carry on
7.
down the cave. You notice that there are multiple holes in the walls of the cave.
I can fit in there. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Wait, no. 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 Okay.
You light up the walls of the cave and find little inscriptions, little doodles and stuff made by kobolds. It just seems like graffiti.
Seems like them.
Dude,
Yeah, they're mischievous little creatures. You guys continue down the cave further, and it is starting to get narrower and narrower. You can still make it if you crouch, although it is getting a bit
Sorry,
stuffy
Zen.
It is getting a bit
no.
stuffy and claustrophobic
Sorry,
for you,
Zen.
Zen.
I'm good as a
Sorry.
dog.
The dog
My-
has absolutely no trouble traversing.
no.
Ziel and Elanor, you have to start lowering your heads a bit, and Zen is like super
crouch.
crouching.
He's
down.
probably crawling at this point, I'd assume.
Hermit crawl.
I'm
He's still
falling,
like crouching.
I'm falling
crouching.
right behind him, so if he gets stuck, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Now-
can Nia make the hole bigger?
You probably could.
You-
Yeah.
You could use Meld Earth, but this is like a long ass
Yeah.
tunnel, and it would take a while because she would have to do that for every 5 feet.
Ooh.
It's cantrip
Gotcha.
though.
As you
Yeah.
guys begin to reach a bottleneck of the cave, I want you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's do this.
All right, one sec.
Dexterity is +1 for me because I'm low leveled.
I got a 6.
I like how Zeden's accent switches from Russian to like
I
normal,
got a
normal North
17,
American.
baby
I'm an
Southern.
girl.
American County cowboy.
I got myself a 17 right here, baby
I have
girl.
nothing, so
This makes me
don't care.
uncomfortable. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, please don't. Zen and Nia. Zen, you are somehow packed so tightly in this little space that whatever is behind the holes thinks you're just wall and doesn't think that you're an actual thing to sink into. However, when it comes to Ziel and Elanor, you see the tiny stone spearheads of a kobold begin to jut out from the holes in the walls, and they begin to slash into you for 1d4 damage.
okay.
I am very
Are we
stunned.
rolling that, or are
I
you
do not
rolling
like
that?
it here.
I'm rolling.
I'm
Oh,
very
okay.
claustrophobic here.
It is
1 damage.
only 1 damage as you guys get poked at and prodded at by the spear tips of kobolds that are beginning to jab at you from the holes in the cavern.
Can you quit?
My butt got stabbed.
Ah.
My
They
butt got
begin to hiss and draconic at you as they continue to attempt to stab. They will try to stab you again if you don't try and run away.
What about if
Well,
I
I
attack?
can't run away, so
You
can't
could
move,
try
bro.
and attack them from in between the holes.
Oh wait, there's spears.
Yeah.
I could open up the wall for you there, Liam. You can just go. Wait, can I cast
I could
spells as a
sword
dog?
burst. Are they within
What are
5
you
feet
gonna
of me?
cast?
Sword burst if they're within 5 feet of me.
Zeal. Or the only person within range of you is Zen. What were you saying, Elanor?
Okay, then never mind.
Or I
No.
mean, sorry, not Elanor, Nia.
Can I cast spells as a dog? Probably not. Just if I can, that would be really helpful.
No, not at
Oh,
this
yeah,
level.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Can Nia,
So if you cast
And they
Sword
wouldn't bug
Burst, it'll
you.
affect Zen.
You're innocent. You're an innocent
mold
puppy.
the earth. I need space to breathe.
I can only transform twice per long rest, so I'm gonna stay as a dog for now.
Oh,
And besides, I don't think they would hurt you because literally, like, you're harmless to
I'm
them.
just a fluffy dog.
yeah, you haven't done anything to them yet, so it's okay.
I'm not sure about that. You guys killed them.
They don't know it
I
was
didn't
me.
touch them.
Wait.
They don't know it
Is
was
it the
me.
same ones? Is it the same
I didn't
ones,
touch.
or
It's a
are
different
they
one.
different ones? Different
The
ones. So how
ones
would
that
they
came
know?
for you, as the one was running away screaming, you did hear the distant sound of bells. And if you succeeded on your perception check, it was a DC 15, you would have noticed that. I'm just going to say you notice now that lining the top of the cave is a small string, and hanging from each string is a bell that seems to be being used as an alarm
As
system.
alarm.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So
Oh,
there must be like a
no.
little tiny river or something. There must be some
They're
sort of
calling backup.
civilization. Yeah, they're calling for backup, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, am I still stuck?
Oh my.
You're not
You
stuck.
are not stuck, you're just very cramped.
So I say we keep going as soon as Zeal and Elanor figure out what they want to do.
Zeal, do you
How
want
big are
to
their
use
spears?
your sword burst?
Well, if you're
Given
saying
that it
Zen is in
will
range
hurt
and nothing
Zen.
else, then
Yeah,
that's
so
sort of
he won't.
pointless.
Wait, no, I
If
think
you
he
use
meant
it, it'll
Nia.
probably just it'll bump against the stone wall.
Yeah. All right.
You're in a
Can I
5 by
just
5 foot area.
wait? How many holes
so
are
it's
in the
this
wall? Can I
close.
just like lie down underneath one of the holes?
There is an innumerable amount of holes.
Can I start
Why don't
running
you
through the
just-
tunnel faster?
Yes.
I do
Why
that
don't you grab one of your short swords and try to stab through the holes where the spears came
because
in?
it's faster to just run
They're
through the
using
tunnel.
a spear and they're farther away.
Or can I
That's
grab? Can I
well-
try grabbing one of their spears? What would that cost? Acrobatics or athletics?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand to do it quick enough.
I got a 10. That's not going to do it. I run.
It does not work. No.
So I
you can run away.
I then run. Yeah.
How big are their spears exactly? Like, are
They
they
seem
just
to
kind
be
of like
about.
that, and they're just kind of poking you like a stick long, or
They're like 10 feet long.
What?
we're done.
Once again, they are going to attack. Roll dexterity saving throw again.
Almost
9,
like
that's a
3
fail.
meters.
Yeah, I assume so, yes.
15, that's a success.
Wow. Wait, what? What are we rolling for?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Elanor and Zen.
Oh, sick! I got a 10.
10, that's barely going to do it.
She got a 6.
Okay.
You can't.
You all begin to rush through the caves, trying to escape the prodding spears of the kobolds that shank you through the miniature holes. This death trap that they devised for anyone that may invade their territory. As spears begin to jab and stab at you, they catch you. They catch you, Nia, in the thigh, and they do the same to Zen, who is compressed against the wall. If
That
you
hurt.
would like to take any preventative measures this turn, or just try and run as fast as possible, you could take the dash action, which would boost your speed to 50 if you are a normal person, and if you are Nia, it would boost you up to 70.
Let's do
What do you
that.
mean by normal person?
I'm a dog.
He's a regular.
They're a dog right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I
Yep.
want to take the dash accent.
Just gonna book it as fast as possible.
I want to point out, I'm not
So-
running out of the cave. I'm running further in.
Yes,
For
we all
those of
assumed
you-
that.
Those of you with dark vision begin to see an exit at the end of the cave.
Sick. Hey, Ziel, look at this. Oh, yeah, you can't.
No, I have a
I'm sorry.
torch.
It's not far. The torch doesn't see
Not-
as far as dark vision.
That ain't gonna cut it for the both of us.
You all begin to rush through the caverns. You are once again bombarded by the seemingly final pelting of spears before you can make it to the edge of the cave. Roll
Please don't let us get
dexterity
hurt.
saving throw one more time. You all are able to dodge the final barrage of spears as they,
Phew.
in a haste before you can reach the exit, launch their spears into the wall, embedding them in the clay as you hop over them or smash them under your feet. Slowly but surely, they seem to give up as you make it to the entrance of the cave. There, you find the encampment of the intruders on your land. They seem to have been burrowing underneath your feet, and the attack of the kobolds on drakes was nothing but a distraction as you find yourselves face to face with a green dragon, a half green dragon, rather. I say he's essentially just a regular person, but with a dragon head covered in scales, a tail, and he is green, with green scales. He, at his side, holds a long sword and a short sword. He is 100% ready to fight you. I've been expecting all of you. You've caused quite some trouble on my border. If it wasn't for you taking care of the first assault, I don't think I would be able to make it this far. You caused quite the spectacle, really lulled your friends into a false sense of security. Unfortunately, I do have to do away with you now. You've outlived your purpose now that I've captured the general and your friends. It really is a shame. I thought you died in the sands. I knew I was missing something.
Nice, we can get out of here.
The entirety of this small cave is covered in vegetation and plants. The ground is covered with tall weeds and grass, and it appears that vines and tropical flowers are growing on both the ceiling and walls. Behind him, you notice a large iron door that has been locked shut, and all that is left in this room seems to be you guys and him. He draws his longsword and prepares for combat. Let me
Oh, no.
roll initiative for him.
Do you also want us to roll initiative?
I
Can
think
I
we've
verbally abuse him?
We've already started. No, I'm gonna give you all a free action to verbally abuse him if you so choose.
Hell yeah. Okay,
Instead
I'm
of
going
that,
to
can I
say that
turn
his
over
mom
my
is
dog?
fat.
Can I, instead of verbally abusing him, being like, hey, can I leave now? Is that okay?
Nah, he wants to kill us, man. He's
I
like dead
suppose
on
you
ready
can
to
leave.
fight.
I'll
Oh.
show you your way out to the afterlife.
Yeah,
Oh.
As
that's
for
not
you,
gonna happen. I
as
draw
for
my
you, the
swords.
brutish one, if only your wit was as sharp as your tongue.
Hold on, did I hear that right? I'm gonna draw out my shorts. Did I hear that right?
No, so I'm gonna
What?
draw my short swords.
Oh, okay. I heard shorts. I'm like, dude, what?
That is not what
Are
I
you gonna,
said, I
like,
can assure you.
Assault him by
Come at
using
me,
something that I shouldn't say, or I don't know. All right, but apparently it's just his quote unquote swords or sword.
Please, come for me, Oaf. And you, I'd love to see a bastard, aberrant dragon mark such as yourself, who bastardizes the name of the dragon marks, try and defeat someone like me.
So, can I cast
He is
Hexblade's
bad
Curse?
so much.
It's his turn first.
Okay.
You can
Who?
next time.
Oh,
He is the first one to make a move as he rushes forward, drawing his longsword and his short sword. He is going to make his first attack, and he draws back his breath, and from his mouth erupts a plume of gaseous green mist that begins to overwhelm the party. Make a dexterity saving throw against his poison breath.
Yeah, so he has
Wouldn't
like
it be
weed
more
around him
stupid?
growing, right?
Technically,
This
isn't
man
his
smokes
What's
poison
with
too
breath
you and
much.
the guy that
dexterity
just
saving
has
throws
bad
today,
breath?
Declan?
It just
Yeah,
worked out
man.
that way. It wasn't intended. It just ended up happening like that.
Looks like someone didn't brush their teeth this morning.
Yeah, they smoke too much.
I'll have you know, I take dental hygiene extremely
20.
We all
seriously.
failed except for Zen, who got a 20.
Oh,
A dirty 20.
yeah!
Then the so-called oaf begins to lumber through the acidic pain that begins to gnaw away at him. However, the rest of you, your clothes and bodies are beginning to get gnawed away by the acidic breath, which does roll.
You're at full
I
health.
think you.
Yeah,
think
we're
you
No,
might
I'm
fine.
have a
not.
couple of
I don't have
cavities,
access to the
dragon.
sheet, so I'm
It
gonna
does 6 damage to all of you, with the exception of Zen, as the
Lauren,
poison
you
begins
should be
to
at full
gnaw
health.
away at your flesh and
I'm at
less
12.
durable clothing or armor. You feel his sinking poison seep into your veins.
Oh, great.
Fun.
Oh,
So I take
great.
6.
You also notice something very... Yeah, you take 6, with the exception of Zen.
I think
who
he
takes
has a
3.
couple of
You
cavities.
also
and he has
notice...
to get them checked out.
I'll have you know that I take dental hygiene extremely seriously.
Doesn't seem
Yeah,
like
this
it.
smoke doesn't
He
say
gives
that
you a big,
otherwise.
toothy smile, showing off his draconic canines. You also
And then
notice something
I
odd about him. He walks in a very weird zigzag pattern.
Oh. Is he
Like
an
his
alligator?
movement, he doesn't
no.
go straight for you. He moves in a zigzag.
Agility.
Like he
okay.
moves in a way that is not quite normal.
So
So
he
I'd
has
be
scoliosis.
next,
Come at me,
right?
oaf.
Alright, gotcha.
I believe it is you
It's
now,
me.
Liam.
All right. So I can
It is
use
Ziel's turn.
a bonus action to use Hexblade's Curse, which is my class's ability, which is...
Ooh, what does that
Do
do?
you need me to read it out? I think, yeah, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah, let me
please.
scroll down. Once per short rest, as a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet to curse it for 1 minute, or until the target dies, you die, or are incapacitated. Against the cursed target, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls, score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20, and regain 4 HP if it dies.
Go for it.
Alright, so I use that. Boom. That's my first thing. And then, so that gives me 6 turns. Alright, I dash at it.
Is there any saving throws against that, or is it just
No, I curse it.
automatic?
It says I
Okay,
curse it.
he's cursed. He feels your curse and hex begin to seep into you, or into him, as arcane energy begins to bind him and infuse his body with your insidious curse as his poison began to seep into you.
Aha, now make him dance.
Is that a bonus action or just a regular action?
That's a bonus action. So I
That's
still have my
a-
regular
okay.
action.
Now you can. Do you want to run straight for him?
I want to run close enough to use Sword Burst.
So you run in a straight line towards him.
I run within 5 feet of him. Not at, like, I'm going to
Okay.
be like, yeah, you understand. I'm going to run and
So
stop
you run
at 5
straight
feet.
at him. As you run straight at him, the floor beneath you opens up and you are swallowed into a vat of something you cannot understand. It seems that a plant-like mouth underneath you has opened up and
So,
you have been swallowed.
I'm in
into
something's
acidic
mouth.
bacteria.
Ew.
Yes.
Can I cast Sword Burst? Would that cut its mouth open?
Yes. You can immediately cast Sword Burst.
I
before anything
immediately
can
cast
happen.
Sword Burst.
You
Immediately.
cast Sword Burst and a flurry of roll damage.
It's 1d6, but they take a dexterity saving throw first. Unless you're saying the plant can't make a dexterity
It
saving
automatically fails. Yeah, it's a plant. It automatically fails.
Oh wow. Piranha plants.
throw. It takes 2 damage
They suck.
then.
2 damage. You begin to slash at it. However, it is not quite dead yet.
That should still be enough for it to open its
It-
mouth, right? For me to continue jumping through?
No.
Alright, damn it.
Oh.
It
I had a
Okay.
higher roll,
is.
it'd be
I'm not
better.
going to tell you anything.
Alright,
Who's
next turn.
next is it?
Nia, I think. No, Elanor.
Oh.
Elanor, you go.
Sacred flame. The dragon
You
flame.
would you like to cast it on the thing that is trapped Zeal, or do you want to cast it on the enemy?
I would probably say the enemy. Actually, Zeal. Sorry.
Okay, Zeal. In a moment of begrudging forgiveness, Elanor casts her sacred flame upon the small yet deadly pitcher plant that has swallowed up Zeal. Roll damage, because it's just a plant. I'm going to say you automatically hit. It's not exactly moving around or dodging.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be very concerned if the plant somehow had armor.
You're welcome. Don't hit me again.
Wow.
The original homebrew I
Great
devised,
timing.
it did actually have armor, but I thought, nah. So 8 damage. So
Deserved.
Wow.
you build
Yeah.
up this blinding, radiant fire and cast it forth onto the plant. With it is fueled by all of your hatred and spite in this very moment from the night spent in the tent together, just brewing in your mutual ill content. However, you are able to let it all out as you burn away the plant, and it begins to spew out its acid in everyone nearby. Make a dexterity saving throw again.
Okay,
Again.
I'm just wondering
Yes,
how
again.
tall is
I got a nat
14.
20.
Nat
Zeal?
20, that's a success.
How
Extra
tall
numbers
is Zeal
detected. Oh,
compared
no.
to me?
No, that was me.
She gave me
Sorry.
equal sign.
I got 25.
11.
We both got nat
You-
20s.
Okay,
Wow.
so
Lucky.
you all only take 2 damage as it spews out its stomach acid contents, and it allows the entire field of people to be sprayed down with acid. The enemy is also covered in this acid. However, he seems to have taken significantly less damage than all of you, as if it affects him less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's transform out of dog form. That may be very effective.
Yeah, unless you want to just bite him.
No. I have a scimitar, so let's go ahead and use that.
So you draw your scimitar. Do you want to, again, run straight for him, or do you want to zigzag randomly?
Let's run right at him.
Okay, you run right at him, and it would appear that that was the only plant in the immediate front vicinity. However, as this happens, he begins to dodge backwards. You are going to have to just barely hit him. 13, that's not going to hit, as he dodges backwards, and your
Ooh.
scimitar just barely swings and it whiffs air.
Yeah, makes sense.
It is now his turn. So
What about Zen?
What
Oh
about me?
shoot, I completely forgot about Zen. I am so sorry. It is Zen's turn.
No. Okay, I use rage as my bonus action, and then I use my javelin.
You go into a berserker rage, and you are built up with after being stabbed by the tiny kobolds and such, and having to take the shards of glass that pelted you. You hoist back your javelin over your shoulder and plunge it forward, letting it fly. Roll to hit and possibly damage.
D20, and that's it. D20 plus 3.
D20
I think.
plus 3. Okay, then D20 plus 3. And then damage.
17. Okay,
That's a
that should hit,
17 that
but-
hits. You are
Alright.
fueled by his incessant insults and snarky, privy attitude as you pull back your javelin and loose it as it connects with his shoulder, digging in. It seems to not have gone in as bad as it could possibly, as his scales and armor seem to somewhat negate the damage. However, it is still, it's 3 damage. It still seems to have injured him to some capacity. I see the oaf can throw. Wonderful.
I'll throw you out of here next time.
Oh, how
Nice.
snarky. Wonderful. Truly, he does have a brain. What a surprise.
All right, I
It
can't
is
think
now
of
his
anything.
turn.
Yeah,
Damn
it's
it.
his turn.
You'll get him next time, Zen. Don't worry. He takes out his long sword and short sword as he draws them out and begins to slash at you, Nia. So he is going to make 2 long sword attacks and a short sword attack with his multi attack. So that's going to be. Let me just roll to hit. Roll d20 plus 1. That was real shitty. It would appear as he pulls up his longsword over his shoulder to swing down at you, he drops down once again, as it would appear that the damage he sustained from the javelin, though not particularly deadly or fatal or wounding, had still caused him enough pain and bleeding that it would be uncomfortable to attack with his longsword.
Aw, poor little guy. He can't see well.
How far is he from
I
me?
good
don't need to take this from your kind. It is then Ziel's turn, I believe.
How far is he from me?
That could have gone really badly for me.
You just got spit out by the beast, and as you kind of get your I'd say about 20 feet.
All right, I run towards him. I
You
first
can
cast
run in a straight.
Sword Burst, so he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nia is also within 5 feet of him.
I
And
don't care.
Okay, sure.
Well, no, it's not within 5 feet of him, it's within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, but if
So
you're
he's
no,
on one
it's
side. I can
very
put him at
funny.
the edge of that range. So she's just
you
out
go
of
behind
range. Yeah.
If you go behind him, yeah. In that case, that would work. So you slip behind him, sure.
Yes.
Roll d20 plus. He got a natural 20.
So that
as
fails.
he ducks below your braid. As he ducks below your blades.
All right. Then I cast.
Though he was. Oh yeah.
I use my second action to cast Booming Blade, and
You can cast Booming Blade and attack him. I'm assuming.
yes. So Booming Blade is basically I have to succeed a hit. So I now can. Then I'm gonna use a short sword, obviously. I got a 9 to hit. That's sad.
That
Wait, no, don't I have a plus 2 to
as-
hit him? That was the whole curse I did.
Wouldn't. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it still doesn't hit.
sad.
He does a cool ass backflip as you try to hit him with your whirling blades and short sword.
What a show off.
Very much so. Ha! Is that all you have? You truly are a team of simpletons.
If you stood
How you
stood
ever
still,
did
maybe
my
I
Who
could
you
get some
calling simple?
I
damage
have
in.
no idea.
Who you
Very
calling
poor choice
simple?
of words.
Your kind, you drow sympathizer.
Very poor choice of words there.
Sure. You'll see.
You guys are.
Wait,
Never mind.
I realize we could make some sort of. Technically, couldn't we like lure him into one of the traps set in the room? If I just
That's
keep
Oh
true.
wow! It's
chasing
almost
him.
like I specifically devised it for that reason.
So guys,
can
I'll
distract
keep
him.
chasing him with my attacks. Someone start doing a trap or something.
Okay.
That's not me.
Can I move the ground out from under his feet and just make him fall?
Oh wait, yeah, no, it's her turn right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, actually. Sure.
Okay, I
Yes.
use.
I'm not gonna make
mold-
him roll against that because it sounds really cool.
Right, so I
Yeah.
use mold earth. I'm assuming he's within 30 feet of me.
He's right in front of you.
Yeah, I
Oh.
assume so. So
Win-win.
I move. So I take a step back and I kind of move the ground out, and he falls into a pit.
Into a 5-foot pit.
5
So his
foot
head's
pit.
poking out.
It's now Eleanor's turn.
Okay. So you dropped the floor, right?
Yeah, you
Went
can
good?
just see his head. So
By the way, you have all your
Y'all-
spell slots.
that's a
Yeah.
cancer.
Use them.
You could
I do
max
like the
level
variety,
guiding
so
light.
just-
Hit him. So cute.
I
Divine
do like the
Fury.
variety.
I
To be
know, I'm
fair.
trying. Pardon? Why did you say that, Clem?
I just really like the variety of using some cantrips. It's cool.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, we use them in a very smart and sometimes not smart times.
This is your chance to
Drop the
guiding
floor.
bolt second level. Just saying.
What?
This is Eleanor's chance to guiding bolt second level while he's in the pit.
Yeah.
Can't
Wink,
move.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Jump in the pit. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp.
So
Who's
Either
tall,
that or
Matt?
you guys can keep doing the weird thing that you wanted to do with the.
Look
put him
who's
in the
looking down at
plant.
you now.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Oh,
Peasant.
you tricky bugger! He takes 1d4 psychic damage from that sick ass burn. Um,
His self-esteem is lowered by 1.
his will to live is lowered by 1d4.
Yeah, what?
I'll come back soon.
Let me just take a shower and then I'll be back.
You put me in this gosh darn diddly dang hole just for that freaking joke. I know it. And
He's Texas now? He's from
100%.
Texas? Goddamn diddly down, but oh mama.
us dragonborns, unlike dragonborns, us half dragons have standards for
Okay,
language.
right.
I think
Damn,
they just
I-
fell.
Sure. I think you're the one
I mean,
with potty
I
mouth.
Damn, bro, that's
Who?
crazy, but I don't remember asking.
wait,
I
who?
think your standards
I
just
hate you
fell.
all. I know
My
I'm trying
question-
to kill you guys right now, and I know you're trying to kill me, but I really
Who?
hate you guys, and I just want you to
Who?
know that.
Who? Who?
Like that's gonna help with
I
anything.
feel
Sorry,
as though
who?
I
in
am
that
being
situation.
rused into a trap. However,
I'm
I
asking
must
for
ask
who?
what?
Who asked?
Oh no! How could you, with your sharpened tongues and deceptions?
Oh yeah.
How could
My-
you?
Got him.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure to roast you.
We need to. What we should do is after we fought a few monsters, we can do like a roast. You know, where we
We can do a
we all
roast
just
battle.
roast
Are
them
you
all.
saying that you're going to go to hell and do a roast on everyone?
Just use
100%.
flame control.
Side quest. We have our side quest
There's
now.
there's gonna be a one shot where it's like years later.
I
Whose
think
turn
it's
is it?
my
Yeah.
turn now.
We're gonna say that.
Okay.
Zen. He's in the pit.
All right, he's in the pit. He's in the mosh pit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna use unarmed strike, like the
You're
idiot
gonna
I
You're gonna
am.
go
Head.
in the pit?
There's not enough
Yes.
room for that. You can.
Are you just
smash
gonna
his
grab
head.
him and punch him in the face? for
Hell yeah,
no
I'm gonna-
Just
reason?
lift him up, punch him in his bra.
You kiss your mother with that
Sure.
belt.
You like reach down to punch him, but he like ducks back. He's like, "No, stop! I don't
Oh,
know."
okay. Okay, good.
Oh, okay. Thank you
That's
for
all.
being understanding. Let's go back to killing each other now.
All right. I just like
it's-
take 2 steps back.
It's his turn now.
No, I'm kidding. No.
It's his turn. Yeah.
He doesn't have a name. Let's name him Josh number 2.
No,
You dare just desecrate the name
Chad.
of Josh?
his name is Chad.
Yosage. It's backwards Josh.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like the bad version.
No. This guy's name is Chadwick. But he
Chadwick.
pronounces, but he
Oh.
pronounces it Shadwick. 'Cause he's
Shadwick.
annoying as hell. So he attacks Zen. Zen, your DC is 13, right? Your our AC rather.
I don't have an air conditioner.
Yes, your armor class is 13. I checked.
All right. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I'm sorry.
We're lazy. We don't
Uh,
want to say armor class.
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar
I
with
swear,
such
if he's-
terms.
The lingo.
It's okay.
You don't know the
Used to
I
lingo.
swear, if these episodes
I
had
do
a
not.
name,
I
this
am
would
not
just
familiar
be
with
called
this
a
game.
bundle of roasting.
Yeah.
Plus 1.
D&D roast session.
The burning roast. We're all
Featuring
in
Zen
all
with
our
his flame
anger.
control.
He does 12 damage to you as
Hey,
you
yo,
try
what?
to as you try to punch him. He grabs your hand and pulls you close so that he can slash at you twice with his long sword and stabs you in the gut once with his short sword.
How many swords does this person have?
Yes,
This dragon?
Hearing that
He
just
has
makes
two.
me imagine.
However, he can make
Phantom.
two attacks with one of them because he's an
Sorry, what?
asshole.
Oh.
He
Well,
has
we can clearly see
two
that.
swords, so he can make 2 attacks with one of the swords.
Ouch. Can I punch
Ooh.
him?
Freaking
in the teeth?
Shadwick.
Shadwick.
I, Shadwick, shall defeat you. Does anyone wanna give up their priority for this turn so that Zen can punch him in the face?
please.
No.
I want the hole deeper.
Is there any way I can help him in any way?
Yeah, you can take the help action to give him advantage.
Yes.
Just like more support.
But
How
You can do
dare
it,
you?
Zen.
I still go first. So I'd like
You
to
can do it. Fine,
I
you
just
can
want to
go
say
first.
I'd like to do my turn if he's done his turn.
Just
He
because
hasn't
Zen
done-
is
okay,
big
he
doesn't
hasn't-
mean he
It
doesn't
is,
have
yeah,
a
it's
heart.
his turn.
But for the memes, Zen. Whatever.
But I want to kill him.
No, you're not stealing my kill.
Shall defeat you. He's
No,
not gonna
as
die
a party, I
anytime
want to
soon.
kill him.
Ooh.
No. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let Zeal do the work for me, and then I just hit the
Yeah,
last
sure.
shot.
Like last time.
yeah,
Zeal, you go right ahead.
yeah.
I'm gonna run at him and do the exact same thing I did last time. Sword burst, then booming blade.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Okay.
like punch him.
That
Like
will
me.
hit. That will hit Zen.
Ouch.
Do I care? It's
Ouch.
1d6, and he has 38 health.
My loyalty is going down.
Minus whatever you took from it.
My affinity. Yeah, he gets an 8, so I'm guessing that doesn't succeed.
Yeah, so that's 1d6. Zen, you have to roll dexterity as well.
Oh god.
Again.
Okay. Again.
Again.
He got 13.
I got a
dexterity.
13.
So Zen
That
actually
is,
succeeded his roll.
Oh, okay. So
Good
Zen
for him.
manages to dodge out of the way of the. He had already been knocked back due to the slashing, and
And
so
I do 4
he is
damage.
able to.
I do 4 damage plus 2, so he takes 6 damage. Because he's still under my
A
curse.
whirring of blades begins to slash at the dragonborn. I, Shadwick, shall defeat you! Oh, God!
Alright, then
As
I
he
cast
feels
Booming Blade, meaning I have to now make an attack roll. I got nat 20, meaning
Jesus
I got a
Christ,
critical
so
hit.
double whatever you got.
So that's I roll to
Ooh.
attack, which is 1d6 plus 2. So that's plus 2, so 5. Then because it's a critical,
10.
10.
So 16 damage. He is now bloodied as he begins to feel that you begin to slash away at his flesh and armor as his scales begin to rip off in the wake of your blade.
Can I not be
Just
done?
imagine Chadwick. What?
I can cast Action Surge and do it again with the other sword.
R.I.P.
Sure.
Yeah, do that.
I cast Action Surge and I roll another. I do another
Not
short sword
casting,
attack.
it's just an ability.
I use Action. Oh, I miss. It's fine. It's fine.
The second blade.
Oh wait, but Blooming
it
Blade
does
hits.
not
So if
hit.
he moves before my next turn, he takes 1d8 as well.
Stuck in the pit, to be fair.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
if he moves before my next turn by any means, if he chooses to move,
Nia,
he takes
your turn.
1d8. Because the
Yeah.
first time.
It does.
yeah, it's your turn.
Is everybody happy with the depth of the pit?
Yes, we're
You put him
definitely
in a
happy.
pit, it's surprisingly effective.
I know
Wait,
it's
helped
can
a
you
lot.
crush him? Can you crush him? I'd love to see that.
Possibly.
Are you going
Yeah.
to bury him?
Yes.
No, because
No.
he can't
Suffocate
move.
him. Make sure there's. Huh?
He needs
William
to be able to
wants him to
move.
move.
I need him
Okay,
to
let's
move
hit him with the
willingly.
scimitar. Let's hit him with the scimitar then.
Try it.
So I'll make him react to something, so he takes 1d8 plus
That's what I'm
2.
hitting him. 27. That's what 20.
Another natural. Did you guys just get 2 consecutive natural 20?
Well, no, we got nat 20, then a 6, then a nat 20.
Another nat.
Oh my
It's
god.
every d20 roll twice in a row is a natural 20. God damn it. Okay, sure.
Y'all are doing great.
Roll damage because you obviously hit.
Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 5.
I'm gonna steal these kills.
11.
Yeah, 11.
So that would be 22 damage.
And if he's still alive after
Ooh.
that and reacts, he
How
then
much
takes a
damage does-
1d8 plus 2.
Oh no! That's not great.
Declan, he's
Oh
not going
my
to die
God.
anytime soon. Me and Lona are our next turns. Dead.
Okay, the
Death
encounter
on you.
calculator sucks ass. This is not balanced. Bullshit. It said this fight was gonna be hard.
You better talk to
Dude,
this
the
with
encounter
Dev.
calculator can suck my ass. That's so stupid.
Do what?
Nothing beats the four of us.
Nah, it's the pit. The pit is what made it.
Easy.
The encounter calculator.
They didn't expect us to have a
You
pit.
guys more.
I mean, to be fair,
So,
I lost
is it- I
over
assume
half
it's-
my health.
So how much health was it still alive after Lauren's thing? 22.
I forgot to account for the action economy.
Wa-
Yes,
was-
it's still
is he
alive.
dead?
after Lauren's hit.
Okay.
It is barely hanging onto a thread as you plunge your blade into its chest so deep that it's like halfway in, and he is splurting blood from the wound.
And then does it take
Oh,
the 1d8 plus 2 of thunder?
Does he move?
It's
Yeah.
not going to move yet, and it's still not. It still isn't its turn yet.
I feel
mean,
like he would react to being
It's
stabbed in
Eleanor's-
the chest.
That's not how Booming Blade works.
Reaction
great,
is
everyone looks at
willing
me now.
movement.
Great.
I think he would
It
at
doesn't-
least like.
When it means
Move.
movement, it means walking away,
Oh.
like going somewhere. But it's in the pit, so.
Fine.
I thought
I
he
make
just
it long.
motionless.
Eleanor, it's
Everyone,
your turn.
everyone just get out of
Eleanor,
the
do you
pit
wanna
so he
steal
has
the
to walk
kill?
towards us.
Oh yeah, everyone gets to look at me now. Okay. I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
Chadwick, am invincible. You simpletons shall not defeat me. I
That is
am a
correct.
god amongst you.
I'm just gonna
Winds.
interrupt him and then just curb stomp him to the ground.
Eleanor, do you
hell.
want to give Zen the?
Yeah, she just
the
help
move
action
curve
like she
stop?
wanted to. She do the help action.
Oh yeah, you could help him to pummel him like you said you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Please,
just-
the both of you,
get him
both
out.
of
Pound
you,
town,
like,
baby.
you do the thing like in cop movies where they like cross their arms and go back to back, and then you both as a team bring your foot down.
And
How
that
much
does
damage?
2
Actually,
damage.
roll
It
roll
does
the hit.
2 damage, but yeah.
Well, first roll the hit.
Does he have advantage because of the help?
Do we technically
you will-
both roll? Or...
advantage?
two?
Zen has advantage to hit.
Yeah, that's what the help action is. You gave
So-
him advantage. So roll
Okay.
1d20
So
plus 3 twice.
3 twice.
1d20 plus 3 and roll it twice.
That hits, and just like
Yeah.
that,
So he does
the
2
boss is
damage.
defeated.
He was on
So, Zen,
again.
how do you want to do this? How do you want to do this?
I want to use. Oh wait, but
How describe to
Uh,
me how you finish off the boss.
Oh my.
I want him to say something.
I,
Speak
I'm
of my mother, I
Chadwick.
dare you.
Your mother is larger than the greatest aboleth I have ever seen. That's basically a D&D whale.
I put. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just gonna punch his teeth, and then I ask him, "Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?"
I have no
shatter his
mother. You
Well, that sucks.
You bring your foot down, you jump into the pit, put your foot on his face, and you jump down into the pit, dragging his head down, and crush it underneath your boot as you push him down and crush his skull underneath your boot. Chadwick is no more.
Yeah.
You have won the battle of the trenches. You have
Hell yeah, I got a
repelled
kill.
this, and you can now hopefully trying to move your way to the iron door without falling into any of the plants.
Why was
Hell
the
yeah, we
supposed
got-
boss fight harder than just the battle against 5 enemies last session?
Cause I dumbed him down because I thought it was gonna be too hard because the encounter calculator was like they could die from this, and I'm like, really? So I dumbed him down like a bunch, and I didn't give him any
You nerfed
allies.
him.
And action economy dictates that you guys win, and I should have
Yeah,
I
he
should have
got.
thought of
Yeah,
that.
he can only take
nerfed
2. You should have given him
hard.
like a super amount of like action surges, so you could just keep taking extra actions every turn.
Yeah. I'll be-
No,
Yeah,
how
I hope it was semi-enjoyable.
It was enjoyable. The fact that
it
it was
was.
like a
It was.
I will
Just
defeat
went through
you,
a
and we
roast
just
battle.
beat him up. We beat him to
Yeah,
a pulp.
And we all just
So
roasted
Chadwick
him.
started off as puny mortals and ended up getting his face stomped into the dirt.
Literally, he's
so-
5 feet under. Wait, Lauren,
He
make
is-
it 10 feet
He's
under or 6 feet
literally
under.
5 feet under.
Make
Okay.
him
He's not
6 feet
just-
under.
He's not 6 feet under. He's 5 feet
I didn't
under.
fill in the
Because they
hole.
used mold earth, and they just buried that motherfucker. You can
Declan,
roll
Don't
if you
swear,
want.
Declan.
You can bury him. Yeah,
language.
you can bleep that, right?
Yeah.
We already sweared enough in this video.
No, we haven't. There's been very
We
little
haven't
swearing.
the first time, I think.
There
Yeah,
will be a
that was
lot
the
of
first swear
bleeping
word
in
I've
this
heard.
video.
Well, no, Declan also said the B word
apologize.
earlier.
Oh yeah, but
Bastardization
of
is like a normal term.
No, you just
I've
said
used it with
bastard
teachers.
earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Not
that one's.
bad.
a
I heard
bad
other
one.
things.
Really?
okay.
Well,
Well,
anyway,
Yeah,
anyways,
I've heard
moving
worse.
on.
Me too, but like we just censor it because school.
Ooh.
This is for school technically. So feel
Who
free
cares?
to try and make your way to the Iron Door to rescue your friends.
Yes, yes. Let's go.
Oh.
Whose
Can
turn is
I-
it?
I think it's my turn because Zen just won.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
he's dead.
but he
The
died,
other
so I
guy's dead.
gained 4 health because he was under my curse when he died.
Yeah, so you get
Yeah.
4 health.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's helpful.
So go right ahead. So do what you guys want.
I guess I.
I wanna-
How far away is the door?
It's about 60 feet.
All right,
You're gonna have
I
to
gr-
I
try.
take
all the way
I
there.
take my dash action as well. I run towards the door.
Before we open set door, can I please go ahead and cast a cure wounds on myself, please?
Yes. So roll
Wait,
for
what is she
that.
gonna do?
She's gonna try and heal
Cast,
herself.
cast cure wounds on herself.
Oh, okay.
So how much
Um,
health do you have
Alrighty
now,
then.
Nia?
1d8. I
We
haven't-
sold this.
I haven't rolled yet. 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Your spell casting modifier is 2.
That is 5, so I'm up to 6.
All right, I have that now.
Okay, so you make your way to the Iron Door. What do you do?
Are we gonna blow it down, or is someone gonna pick the lock?
Who has experience?
I can
with
blow
picking
it
locks?
down.
Let's not do that. Can I try to pick the lock with my sleight of hand? I think
I
sleight
mean,
of
if
hand,
you
right?
really must.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
you
do.
can attempt.
Well, you need a lock picking kit for that, don't you? Or a spell of some kind, like prestidigitation.
Are there sticks on the ground? I can just use
Yes,
sticks.
I suppose.
Wait, can
Wait, what's the log
Can
made
you,
out of?
like-
Get burned.
What's the log made out of?
The lock is also iron.
All right.
never mind. I hold on.
I'm just
The
gonna
DC
try.
will be rather.
I have a hammer and a crowbar. I
you
think
saying
there's.
you're-
Dead.
Yeah, sure.
All right. What do I have to roll to strength?
Roll athletics.
Oh, that's even better.
All right.
I got a natural 20.
Natural
What?
20. You begin to jam the crowbar into the wedge, and with one huge pull, you yank the iron door off its hinges.
So
I
assume we see our comrades and stuff inside.
You see a small little hallway. There are 2 rooms on either side.
Okay, I walk up to one of the rooms, and I assume is it like open, closed, or are there like gates? So can I see through the doors?
Roll a d20. It's just a regular door. Just roll d20 to see which door you open.
I got an 11.
You got an 11. You open the door with your friends in it.
Yay! I'm just gonna be like, hey, how'd you get captured?
They're-
He was so weak.
They're all tied up and gagged.
They can still hear me say, hey, how'd you get captured? You're so weak. Because he was
They
weak.
can't respond. They
Yeah, but
just
they can't
mumble.
respond to you.
Yeah,
They
but
just mumble.
I say that. I'm just, you're weak,
Okay.
haha. All right, then I'll start setting them free. I'll call to everyone to say that they're in this room.
As you start setting them free, you find out that they woke up like this, and as they fell from the train, they woke up and they were already chained and gagged.
Fun.
And they didn't think to try to escape with any spells or...
They
Unless they were
were
taken
drained
away.
from the battle, and they didn't have any spells left.
They could have taken a rest while they're in the cage.
It's kind of hard to rest while you are chained up. It's squalid conditions. It's considered squalid conditions, so it's hard to take a long rest.
Take a short rest. Anyways, can I go check what's in the other door?
Yes.
I check what's in the other
Sorry,
door.
Queen.
So you can open up the other door, And as you enter, you see a small chest. Well, what do you want to do, Nia?
So what happened? Because I went downstairs and
I opened the door,
sound was
saved
really
the friends. They all think I saved them. I also called them all weak because they got captured.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that part.
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
So that's basically. So there are 2 doors. One of them is obviously your friends who are now set free. Ah, yes. Thank you, man of mystery.
Silver.
Josh
Ooh,
is much
okay.
appreciated. And you see Corvin. Corvin kind of pats you on the back and is like, "Thanks for the save, man. Don't know what we'd do without you." I think I'm glad that we brought you on board. So
Me too.
yeah,
and I
you
will
open
be
up.
taking my pay
You
when
open
we
up
get
the
back.
next door, and there is a very extravagant chest. This is definitely a bedroom, specifically the bedroom of Shadwick.
Is the chest locked at all, or
It is not locked. No.
can I close the door behind me and
Wow.
pry it closed with the crowbar so no one can get in except for me because it's locked from the inside with a crowbar?
Roll, I guess, sleight of hand
All right.
to try and lock it with the crowbar.
Why would that be sleight of hand? I got a 14 though.
I don't know what would you roll for locking a door with a crowbar. What did you get?
I got 14.
The DC was 15, so it's not locked. You just
Alright.
close the door.
Is it just harder to open though, at least?
Yeah, sure. It's hard to open. It'll take like a athletics check to break it
Alright.
open.
Okay, so
Well,
then
this is
I
great.
go through I take the contents of the chest for myself, or at least I try to. I don't even have to look at them. I'm just gonna start putting them in my bag.
Does anybody follow him into the room?
Well, they have to do
Yes.
a check to get through.
Zen, as you see Ziel slip in, you notice that the door seems stuck. Do you want to try opening it?
Kick
Hell
it
yeah.
down.
My big
Yeah,
boy
kick it
arm
down.
ready.
Kick
Kick
it
it down.
down.
You
Yeah.
prepare to kick it down if you want. Roll athletics.
Okay,
You're
hold on.
definitely tall enough and big enough to knock it down with one hit.
Unless he gets
So
like a
Hell
2.
yeah.
his huge ass boot that he used
Watch
to
him get a
stomp
nat
in
1.
half dragon skulls.
He got a 5.
I got a 5.
Oops.
I like.
Okay, you kick it in, and once more, revenge of the joint pain. You
No.
your leg seizes up, and you're like, ah, no.
Let me try.
Sure.
Let me try, please. I really want to get it just because he couldn't.
Okay. Nia,
It'll be
okay,
great.
so this huge ass fallen angel barbarian tries to kick it in, and then his leg does the hurt seize, and then
Wait,
this
but
tiny
that would still.
elf
I want
woman.
to point out him
And
trying to
then
kick
this
it down would
tiny
still
elf
take
woman
time,
comes
which
up.
would still give me some time to get some of
It's
the
6
treasure without them
seconds.
knowing.
You can open
They have
the
to
chest
switch
in 6
spots.
seconds.
What do you mean it takes seconds?
Ugh.
He goes to kick
You-
it. He fails.
so-
They switch. She's like, no, let me try. Then she goes. Then she
This
kicks
all
it down.
takes place over the course of 6 seconds.
All right,
so-
fine.
A big fallen angel barbarian man kicks it open. Joint pain. His leg do the ouchie, and then Nia,
Not
this
again.
tiny like hippie elvish woman, is like, don't worry, I got this. And then she like fucking annihilates this door. She kicks it into splinters, and they enter.
All right.
What?
I turn to her and say, I will kill you if you come closer to me. And then I keep taking the treasure.
God.
Maybe.
Ugh.
10 points. Let's not do that.
God.
She's at 6 hit points. Yeah, exactly. She was just downed and got revived, meaning she's low. And I keep taking the treasure for myself. That's still my goal.
Can I prepare to throw something?
Eleanor's like, oh, finally, good cause. Finally.
Okay.
You guys
then.
can do whatever you want.
I'm just gonna, exit the room and let Eleanor have full range without
Actually,
me
can I
being...
just grab her shoulder and it's like, you stay?
There
Well,
are
'cause she'll
4
die if
items
I
in the
cast a
chest.
wide range. If I cast a wide range
I
spell,
don't
she
know.
dies. Potentially. You
I'm
realize
gonna
that,
go
right?
Oh,
tuck
sure.
behind the door.
Potentially.
So if door's here, I'm gonna just go behind door.
Okay, there are 4 items in the chest.
And I
The
take
first
2
one
and give the
is a
other 2 to Zen.
gauntlet.
That's duh. We're party members. I'll split with him. I take 2, give the other 2 to Zen. He can figure out what he does with his 2.
You are
Oh
a
yeah.
part of a military battalion that is supposed to work together.
And I saved them all.
Sure.
So, anyways, there is there's a multitude of things in the chest. First of all, there is a gauntlet that seems to be made out of the blackened skull of a bull.
Thanos.
They're held within a clear glass container is what appears to be a clump of green and purple moss. There is
Wait.
What?
Can I use my sickle and then just break the glass and then take the gauntlet and put it on and then just snap my fingers? In that order.
This is
Sure.
awful. The moss
Let
is
us
in
finish
glass,
looking at the
not
stuff, because then I'm
gauntlet.
going to give you 2
Okay,
of them
first the
anyways.
stuff.
Okay.
Then
I'm
there is a
sorry.
bundle of arrows kept together by twine, a bundle of green arrows, and finally there is an inkwell with a needle in it. On top of that, there is a small blue goldstone sculpture of a dragon, a 20, or I can't tell you that yet, a recipe for something that you are unsure of, a small tablet with dwarvish writing on it, and 2 gemstones.
All right, I'm going to say what I
Okay.
take, and then they can all split up the rest. So I'm going to take the arrows,
Yeah.
the ink, the
He's definitely
gemstones,
taking that.
and the recipe.
Oh no,
Not
that's
the moss.
practically everything.
No,
want
you
the
still
moss.
get the gauntlet, you get the moss, you get the... There was one
I
other
get the
thing.
gauntlet and I want the 2 gems.
No, because
I have the
I need
moss.
gems for my thing. My character's all about that shiny,
I need
shiny.
gems.
My character's that.
I
My
need
character
gems
would
for
never
my
give up the.
gauntlet.
I would never give up potentially valuable things like gemstones.
I need them for my gauntlet.
Can I have
I'm
the
kidding,
moss?
Yeah, you can
Huh?
have the moss.
Yeah, I get the moss.
And I get this sick gauntlet.
I have moss. Take that.
Actually, I don't. Elanor can have the arrows. I don't really need the arrows. I will take everything else though.
Ooh.
So I give. Let me each one item,
Including
and
the
I take
bow?
everything
Bow.
else.
I have no
Okay,
bow, so thanks for the arrows.
So Ziel has the ink.
The ink and the dwarfish
Does anyone
tablet.
speak
Yeah, that
Dwarvish?
tablet.
No, I don't want the tablet. I want
don't.
the ink, the gems, and
Oh, okay, my bad.
the recipe.
Okay,
The ink, the gems,
Those are
and
the
the
things I'm
recipe.
after.
Okay, that's
okay, that works out actually. Ink,
And then
gems,
I'm gonna
recipe.
be quiet for. Oh, wait, never mind.
Okay, what is left is the arrows, the gauntlet, the mold, the
Moss.
statue.
moss, not the
tablet,
mold.
and- Okay, so
I
you
take
want
the
the mold?
gauntlet.
You said moss. Is it moss or mold? Which one is it?
Sorry,
I only
moss.
heard
It's
half
moss.
of that.
It is
My
moss.
thing just lagged.
I want the
there.
moss. Wait, Elanor, do you have a bow?
No. And he
Ziel,
gave me
do
the
you have a
arrows.
bow?
Then I'll keep
I'm
the
gonna be
arrows.
perfectly honest. I intended the arrows for either
Yeah, for
Mia
Zeal.
or Ziel.
I figured, but
So
eh,
Yeah.
if neither of them have a bow, I'll take the arrows.
I don't want the arrows.
Because that would make more sense.
That seems complicated to
Yeah.
have to like figure out what these arrows are and only have 20 of them. No, I like my special ability arrows. They're just spells.
No, what I'm
So,
saying
Nia.
is if Elanor and Zen both don't have a bow, arrows won't be much help to them.
Then you'll
now,
have to
will
give up
they?
the moss, most likely.
Oh.
Can I just hold the arrows and then
Or-
throw them by my hand?
Or you could just give up most of the other treasure that isn't the moss or the arrows.
The
So you
moss
could just
is
give
fancy
someone
moss.
more treasure than the others.
Yeah. So what's left in the box
I
is
want
the
gauntlet.
gauntlet, the moss, the arrows, the tablet, and that's it. Because I took the other 3 things. Because I was there first.
Wow.
I was kind of far from my
Okay.
mic for that, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So-
I'm
I
taking the
still hear you
gauntlet.
loud
That's
and
it.
clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Oh,
you only
sound
want
far
the-
away because I am far away.
That's really good. I kind of intended the gauntlet for either
How do I
for either
sound?
Zen or Elanor.
That was sort
Um,
of, yeah.
how do
I was
I
like,
sound?
gauntlet, barbarian, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got
Elanor, do you want the arrows or the fancy moss?
I'm Thanos.
I kind of
The-
intend. You know what? I'm
The
not gonna
arrows
tell you
are
what
the
I intend
fancy moss.
to do. You guys haven't even figured out what they do yet. I'm pretty sure
I
you
don't
might
need to
trade.
know. Yeah, we might trade
I
in the
got
future,
a
but for
drink
now,
in
this is
my
what we have.
hand.
So, Elanor, do you want arrows that you have to get a bow to use, or
Fancy moss.
do you want fancy moss? Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I might take the moss. Sorry.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's
Sorry.
Then
the obvious
I'll
choice.
take the arrows and I'll grab the tablet because that may be important for later. And if we don't bring it, that may derail the whole.
I mean, wait, who speaks Dwarvish here?
No
No
one.
one.
The only thing left is
you say
the
Elvish?
statue of the dragon.
Oh, I want
Um,
that too. I can probably sell that. I have
You were the one who
gold,
almost
so-
died. You're not getting the most treasure after me. One of the other two are going to take it.
Neither of them.
So-
Elanor, do you want the
Elanor-
dragon?
So far, the only thing. So Elanor gets the moss, and Nia gets the arrows. So the only thing left is the tablet and the dragon statue.
Oh,
I'll
and
grab
Zen
the
gets the gauntlet.
tablet
You
for
keep forgetting about
future
Zen,
use.
dude.
Yeah.
Zen already gets the gauntlet.
It lowers
We've
my
been over this.
self-esteem
He only
each
wants the
time.
gauntlet. We've been over.
Zen.
Zen's already been locked in place. We already know he only wants the gauntlet.
Gauntlet
He wanted the
time.
gemstones too, but I said no. That won't be happening.
Yeah. It makes me very big sad.
Don't
Very.
worry, you can get more gemstones.
Yes.
Gives me
Balance
there are a lot
to the
more
universe.
abilities. There's not a lot
Wait, do I
more
believe in the...
options.
Yeah,
know
I
believe
that
in
too.
the-
So,
Universe?
Zen, from your perspective, gods exist, and that's a fact. So, yes.
Well, yeah, but you, do I think there's
You know-
stars and stuff and like galaxies? I
Well,
do.
I'm not sure if you would have a name for it, but you know that stars exist. And they're called
No.
stars.
Really?
Galaxies and universes or something like that. Do I have any idea like what there could be
Don't
parallel
know what
universes or something?
galaxies are, but you do refer to
Okay.
like the universe as like the universe, as like all of being, space, and everything.
All
So
right, I'm
anyway-
gonna balance the universe. Carry on.
So Eleanor gets the moss, and does she want the statue or the tablet or none of that?
By the way, that's the current kill count.
What is the
I'm
tablet?
checking it.
It is a
Probably
tablet.
plot convenience. Like it's probably
It's-
plot.
It's a tablet of unknown material.
Maybe you should
that
take
is
it.
written dwarf, that has dwarvish written on it.
Yeah, I'm going to say
Yeah,
Eleanor
I'll
and
take
Nia
it.
take
I'll
that.
take it.
And then I'm going to say
That
Zen
might be
take the
special
dragon.
to me.
It'll be plot. I'm betting
And
you it's
finally-
going to be plot.
I mean,
I don't
kind
mind.
of.
Wait,
It's not
Declan,
main plot. I'll tell you that.
can I
It
sell the
depends
chest?
whose story.
You can take the fancy ass chest.
I'm
if you
taking the
want.
chest. They can have the dragon. I'm taking the chest. I'm just going to lug it
Oh,
over
yeah,
my back.
that's a really fancy chest. Screw it.
I'm making him carry the chest and,
I was
and
already
put
gonna
like the
carry the
dragon
chest.
inside.
The
Then I'm
dragon's
keeping
fine.
the
With
dragon too.
inside.
No.
No, you're not.
Then take
No,
the
you're
dragon
not.
from me.
One or the other,
I
my
am.
friend.
I don't
No.
know
Wait,
why
what?
Right.
that wasn't an option.
Those are
So-
both valuable.
Nia takes the chest, the dragon. I take the chest, and I also take most of the other stuff. Ink Gem's recipe chest.
I've never spoken this much before. It hurts my throat.
Well, you're also
Drink
talking
water?
like,
water?
yeah, water is sort of what you use for that.
I should have gotten more
Yeah.
water. I have like a cup of water, and I'm already done with it.
Well,
Whatever.
Tears are coming
So-
out of my eyes and my tooth hurts.
So the final thing is, so Ziel gets the fancy looking ink, Nia gets the arrows, Eleanor gets the moss, Zen gets the bull gauntlet, and as for all the other miscellaneous treasure,
They're written down,
Ziel gets the recipe and fancy chest,
and the gems.
Eleanor and the gems, yes. Eleanor gets the tablet, and Nia gets the dragon statue. We are done here.
All right.
So, if you would like to leave this place, you will be able to rappel out of here with the help of some magic. You guys all managed to make it up to the surface and
Hell yeah.
are able to flag down some merchants to make your way back home.
We
the
have
kobolds
Josh
seem
with
to have
us.
retreated through your
Uh,
tunnels, and Corvid, or
Wait for it.
lays down a
Uh,
collection of explosives that seal off the tunnel. So you make it back to Adizia, you make it back to your barracks, and you are finally free to enjoy the comfort of a bed after your long slog through the mud and the trenches and the clay and the sand and all the horrible, horrible things you had to deal with out there, all the blood and such. However, you have the spoils of your war, and you are finally able to relax.
Can I
So,
go to the counter and then just ask for my apple juice?
there is
So weird.
there's a small pantry in the back of the barracks where it is being refrigerated by just boatloads of ice and some sort of ice magic. You don't say it. I caught myself that time. I know I said damn you, Zen. You
Hey, Declan, I'm
you
just
go
gonna.
into the pantry and get yourself some apple juice. You're
Declan,
done.
can I roll investigation on the ink?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right
Oh.
now, this stuff's magic. The magical stuff includes the inkwell, the gauntlet, the moss, and the arrows. If you want to take a short or long rest to decipher what their
attunement,
magical
yeah.
properties are, then
a
you
short
can do
rest.
that. You can also cast spells such as identify or detect magic.
I am going to take a long rest.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna take a long rest as well when we get back to the
Because
barracks.
I need to like
Take a long
regenerate and
rest.
stuff.
So you
and I
got-
want to have
first
everything
you-
ready.
First, you rest. So does everyone take a long rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna meditate, and can
I
I
was gonna say that too. I need to meditate.
find a table or something and put the dragon on the table in front of me?
The dragon is not magical itself. I will say that.
I was thinking of holding.
I know, but the
mine in
guy
my
was
hand.
eyeing it weird. So I'm gonna put it on the table in front of me and meditate kind of in front of it.
Poor
Sure,
guy.
actually, yeah. In the middle of your meditation, maybe like 1 hour in, you notice that Corvid approaches you. Hey, what you doing there with that statue? Not like praying to it or anything, right? Right?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Now, what's the deal? Like, what's your deal with that statue? Where did you get that?
I found it in a chest, and I'm trying to figure out what it is.
That is something that we don't particularly like in Adizia. You may have noticed the hanging gardens with the dragon statues. We've kind of been renovating.
Oh, yeah, I
There-
remember that.
I remember that.
There's some not great stuff. Listen, we have some problems with particularly blue dragons in Adizia.
Oh.
Do you know who we're fighting?
No.
No.
Actually, we don't. That'd be.
No.
You listed for the money. So
We
no.
Care
are
to explain?
we're fighting the kingdom of Bulatia. It's a draconic capital, and listen, we allow all kinds of people in here. However, when it comes to blue dragons, especially around this part of the world, they often don't work for the right people. And that statue is of the worst blue dragon to ever live.
Ooh.
He is the father of the dragon prince that declared
Fresh
war on
Prince of
Adizia.
Bel-Air.
That is the Thunderblight himself.
Wow. Okay, I want to kill it, destroy it, disintegrate it.
Are
don't
you?
know. Wait, I'm
No,
not-
it's valuable.
Yeah, no. I am going to continue sleeping. I'm gonna pretend I was never there or anything.
So
yeah.
you
'Cause
don't
you
talk
weren't
about destroying
Yeah. I
or
wasn't
destroying. Let's just say that dragon is not good business, and if you want to let's just don't associate with that statue if you want to keep it as a personal thing. I wouldn't recommend letting any other officers see. Obviously, I'm cool with it. But seriously, where did you get it?
I found it in a chest, and I just want to sell it, get some money.
Oh, okay. Spoils of war. Okay, I get it. That makes. Oh, right. That guy was a dragon, wasn't he? A half dragon. Okay, that makes way more sense. Sorry, I should have seen that coming. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You can probably sell that for a pretty penny. Looks like it's made out of goldstone. Cool. Feel free to sell it off that's what I would do if I were you. Just it's probably better if you don't keep it on you, because if someone like say the Sultan himself was to see you with something like that, I don't think he'd like that. So
Not very good.
So yeah, just try and get it off your hands as soon as possible. I'm not sure who would take it, but like the statue alone is probably worth quite a lot.
Worth more than your life.
Just
Probably.
have fun.
Goodness.
Okay. Later. And then
After
and then
explaining
Corvid,
that.
and then Corvid saunters off and just heads off to bed.
Sleepy time.
So
Can we wake up now?
so yeah,
We going to sleep.
got a long rest. You guys you know this drill. You wake up.
Ugh.
Zen, last night in your dreams, you had this really weird dream. It was like
About
you were in the middle of like this ocean, but you were standing on top of the ocean, like you could walk on water, and the sky was like this crazy crimson red. And as you were sleeping, you felt this presence, and when you turned around, you saw this skull of a bull, and it stared straight into your eyes, and it demanded one thing: blood.
what?
And it was just so strange. And then you woke up, and then, weird dream.
So I did the ink
So,
and
yeah.
the gems. Can we get a little?
The gems themselves, I'm just gonna say that you can like they're just regular gems.
Weird dream indeed.
All right.
They're-
How do I add them to my inventory then?
The gems are you can go into items, add 2 tiger's eye.
2 tiger's eye.
They are worth about 10 gold pieces a piece. Those
Alright.
gems are worth about 10 gold.
Great.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
So
I'm not selling
you
them.
were trying to figure out what was up with the ink, right?
Yep.
You started to mess around with the ink as you wake up. I'm
Can I
assuming.
write the word
you slept
explode?
sure- Huh?
Can I write the
As
word
you
explode?
take. Sure. As you take.
Explosion.
Well, you try. But as you take the ink out of as you take the needle out of the inkwell, the needle immediately animates itself, and you can feel as though this is it starts to move towards your back, judgingly, like not judgingly, but like apprehensively, as if like, do you want to do this? You start to. I'm gonna say you've identified what this is. This is a magical tattoo. This is the ink of a magical tattoo. That if you are to take the tattoo, let me get the basic information. Ahem. When applied, this tattoo will give you a +2 to animal handling checks made to antagonize a beast. In addition, it grants a once per short rest casting of Speak with Animals. If the possessor of the tattoo is to die, the tattoo will not follow them into the afterlife and will return to its needle.
That's sort of boring. Anyone want to switch with me?
Want the arrows?
I don't
Anyone
really
wanna
want to
switch,
talk. I don't want to be able to talk to animals.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got
Okay.
stuck into it.
the ink wasn't really intended for Ziel.
Yeah, I was hoping to be like I
Really?
get to write
Wow.
words. See, I thought you meant like ink and quill, so I was like, can I write words that will like it will do the
Yeah, I
word?
can understand.
But no.
You would have said
That's just
quill.
Koichi. Anyways,
Yeah.
so you can take the ink if you want. You can trade
All right,
for the arrows.
yeah, I'll trade for the arrows
Okay.
The arrows were either for Elanor or Ziel, obviously,
because we have
and
both.
the ink
Nia and
was
Ziel.
obviously
The
intended
what?
for either. The ink was obviously intended for either
Elanor or Nia.
Elanor or not Elanor. Sorry, I mean Nia. God, I said Elanor.
Yeah.
It was either intended for Nia or Zen. So yeah.
Did I learn anything
you-
about the weird moss?
Yeah, you learned about the moss. As you wake up, you find that the moss has moved. And it's not just regularly moving. It begins to crawl. And it crawls up onto you and onto your shoulder. And as it crawls onto your shoulder, two cute little googly eyes pop up. Eyelids open, and you realize that this isn't just moss. This is like a living plant creature. And it begins to speak to you. How are you? You have released me from my prison. For this, I am eternally indebted. But you know, it's not just regular talking. It's speaking to you in your mind. So let's get this one
I'm
up.
slowly losing my mind.
That is
This
slowly.
is the mind meld moss. This
I knew
moss
there
can
was
be
something
attuned
wrong with that
to one
toxic
creature.
gas.
This moss can be attuned to one creature and can be attached to an item of the creature's choosing, i.e. longsword, plate mail, or staff. The creature can move whatever item they choose independently of themselves 10 feet through a psychic link in the moss itself. If the moss is attached to a piece of armor, any disadvantage given by the armor is cancelled out. If the moss is attached to a weapon or shield, the user has advantage on checks to prevent disarming. That is the use of the Mind Meld moss.
So basically, put it on your armor.
Yeah, or I mean, it would probably be ideal for your armor.
Yeah, because I have basically no weapons other than a dagger.
So Nia, you spent some time with the arrows, and you uncover them to be made out of clover. They have actually been made by clover layered over and over on a bone base of arrows. These are the clover arrows. They have a pretty straightforward ability. They are magical arrows. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this piece of magic ammunition. Once it hits a target, the ammunition is no longer magical. A roll of a natural 7 when making a ranged attack roll using this ammunition will result in a critical hit, as would a natural 20. So they're essentially their increased chance of critting and their magic arrows. They're pretty much just lucky number 7. The final gauntlet. Zen, as you awaken from that strange dream, you begin to feel odd. You look over to the gauntlet and it looks similar to the vision you saw in your dream. This is the cestus of provocation. This gauntlet, fashioned from the blackened skull of a minotaur, can cast the compelled duel spell once. This spell can be cast again when the user has brought another creature to 0 hit points with the gauntlet equipped. It's basically a punching gauntlet.
Wait, 1 second. We have to. Let's all just say goodbye.
Bye!